Starting to think maybe I should do all my videos like this. What do you guys think? What do y'all think? Who thinks? I don't know. Probably just so that I don't have to look at myself. I can just go like this. What's going on, everybody? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, okay. Ooh, that's not too bad. All right, what's up? It's my update on this Wolverine. It's not the Calverine, but it's the, I don't know, what would mine be? I don't know. But yeah, just wanted to give an update of this dude here. I have some video I took last week or so, a few days, of me making this. So yeah, and updated. I think the last one I had was, sorry, I was looking at the camera while I'm figuring this out, right? I was, the last video I think I did was just sort of like, okay, this is what it's going to look like, kind of how, whatever. And then this is kind of what it turned out to. And I was really impressed and really, as I'm probably saying with all the videos I'm doing, I'm like, with the prints, really impressed, and I really do like it. This is the best one to date for myself, and I'll go over it. Look at it. Obviously, it's just my own makeshift one because it's actually a couple of different pieces that were put together. And it fits my head, my noggin and stuff, and so yeah, and I kind of go over it, and started this with, well, a few weeks ago, but even then it could have been done within, I don't know, a 3-day process, 3-4 days, a few days, within a week, 4 days or so probably, if you really knocked it out. But yeah, I mean, this is cool. I dig it. And I actually did, I'm gonna add a little piece to this. I'm gonna hope not to skip around too much with this. This is my let's just get this done project real quick as soon as possible. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, check these out right there. These are my you know, you can't be Wolverine without the claws, right? Without his claws. That one there, and then here's the third one. Boom. Well, you kind of get the idea where, there he goes. Boom. There. You see that? That's just foam. It's foam, of course. But it's like, look at that right there, boom, right there. Only because I didn't want to print out there's files for these, but I didn't want to print out the whole thing. I was like, let me just get this done. It actually was a day or day and a half, whatever. Only because, again, me procrastinating on some other things. And really just trying to figure out the sizing of these things and how they're going to go, and checking out other tutorials or other images and stuff like that. And yeah, they're not going to hurt anybody. They're fake, as you can see. Ooh, probably shouldn't do that. I'll probably eventually, come Halloween time, print out the actual, actual props for these, the prints for these. But these work fine. I have this pair and I have this other ones on the floor here. And this here, I messed up here because I cut this a little bit just to see, and then it's like, well, it didn't turn out what I was hoping for. And I think what really makes these the best, probably adding to this, and really, again, with all these projects that I'm doing, with all these prints, as I painted it right, I wanted to have it, try to get the plane as close as possible. But this does look metallic to me, and like it's faded away, the skin, the paint or whatever. I didn't want to put any chips in there. I've seen images of people doing their own versions where they put the chips and stuff like that in there. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, this sucker took It took under a day, but it took a minute to print out. So I didn't want to mess it up. And maybe when I'll go make another one or so, I'll do that. But I just wanted to keep this first one intact. Same with everything here, and I really do like how this actually ended up matching here. This actually piece is, oh man, forget full on this, but this is actually from a different part, as I've mentioned before. This is from, it was just like a chin piece from some other model, and I was thinking it was Batman, but I don't believe it is. And what I did was, again, this is me Jimmy rigging this stuff here. You guys see, look at that's the tape in there, but I ended up kind of just cutting it. I gave it the heat gun there treatment, and then kind of just cut it. All good. But yeah, of course, it does, like the other one does, need sanding in the back. but also, like, I've been doing my prints, I'm all in the process of, let's just get 90% of this done, and then, you know, I can go back and come Halloween, that time frame, closer in a way, what I'll do, I will go back on these and just to make sure, because it's all, you'll see the top, front and back, but yeah, it needs some sanding back here in the back, and I can redo that now. But yeah, I was really impressed with all this again. How it came out and stuff, and the fitting is, I would say, is perfect the way it kind of goes on. I'll put it on again real quick, because I think I have a video of me actually putting it, well, I'll put it on so you guys know. It's like, boom, the top part, it just slides on like so, boom, and then once I get this fixed here, these, I am going to print out the eyes. I'm going to figure out to what degree, like, if it's going to be, I do have the prints for those where it's just like the tiny, like you can see through it, or maybe even visors, you know, like lens visors that you can see through, which is one way, maybe like a silver-ish kind of one. We'll see how that all comes out, but until then, it's just a piece of paper that's holding it in. Boom. See, it's just a piece of paper there, right there, for the time being, but I think it looks cool overall right now. And then, of course, like I was saying, the big secret to these, the weathered look. And I do think that I'm getting better at these, right? This is more like a metal here, right? Which were my key secrets, or my key whatever things to do, were 2 items. One, you can use various ones. You can use various paints and stuff to do this, of course. But I do like this specific, my preference is just hammered. I'm sure you can get it in this, like this kind of metallic look here, this Rust-Oleum. This is just my preference. Probably, I'm sure there's other ways you can mixes and matches that will work, but this worked fine with me because I was doing the edges and stuff, and then that really helped out a lot here. It's hard to tell, but I think these give it a better shine in the sun outside. But it's like not too bad. But of course, look, this is what we got. Boom, this is what we do. This is just that regular, what do we call the foam? Like, oh my God, the foam type, I forget. Please let me know. And I've mentioned this before. This is the big thing here that's helped out a lot. Boom, can y'all see? Can you see that right there? It's graphite powder is what it is. And I think I'd heard this before. Someone else mentioned like the Cretacolor, and I think this is what it is. It's like, well, the brand, I just got this, but I've had this, kid you not. I gotta be careful. This, you gotta be very careful with this, everyone, because a little goes a long way. It's just barely down to here, so. And I've been using it on a lot of projects. Gotta be careful, because this stuff is very messy. It's very messy, very muy no bueno. Yeah, so this is only like, I think it was like 20 bucks, I think. But again, it goes a long way. And so, of course, when you go to paint whatever you're painting, you just, you know, let that paint or whatever, so it'll take any color and just add that metallic look to it. And that's how I achieved it on the Batman, on the one that I did there, and then the Mandalorian, the other costumes and stuff. And some of the other projects I have, I went back over. And there's a Batman one that I did, model I had previously shown. But yes, that's kind of my key thing that kind of help out with all this. And these actually, go back to these real quick, where actually the second stick, I had first intentionally was going to, you'll see probably here at some point, some video that I think it's like a metallic sheet roll, right? And I've used it before, other projects years ago. I was gonna do that. I was like on a whim, just to see to what point I could get. And then I was getting out, measuring it, and I'm like, that's just gonna be too much, because even if I was to get them here, like specifically, the time constraint to do each one of these, and this is, we're talking 2 sides each, at least 6, 12. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Plus it could be, you know, potentially dangerous, you know, if I were to try to use them out somewhere. Just not good. And I've been through that before, where I had another costume I did years ago, when I did the whole costume. It was an actual armored Batman one there, and that one sucks because I cut myself a lot on that. And so yeah, anyway, just wanted to kind of give an update of what I did with these and this guy again. So hope you guys enjoy this, and you know, I'll show you guys on the next, see what I end up printing on the next video or whatever. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Appreciate it. All right, hasta la vista, babies, guys and gals, and everybody out there. Y'all be good. Take care.